Hello, and welcome to Verbling class. I'm Libby, and I'll be your teacher today. Today we will be talking about how to book a vacation. I'm Libby, and I'll be your teacher today. Today we will be talking about how to book a vacation.
Libby.
I'm Libby, and I'll be your teacher today. Hi. Today we will be talking about how to book a vacation. I'm Libby, and I'll be your teacher today. Are you hearing an echo?
Yeah. I turned off the Verbling.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Now we have someone else joining. Hello, everyone. Okay, good. We have more students joining, so we'll wait for people to join.
Hello.
Okay. So some students have some background noise. Make sure to mute your microphones, please. Mute your microphones when you're not speaking so that everyone can hear each other. So anyone who has background noise, please mute your microphones. Nosa, I think you might have some noise in your environment. Yeah, there we go. I think that's better. I'm trying to figure out who else is making that noise so we can mute that. So please, everyone, please mute your microphones because we have a lot of background noise right now. So please mute your microphones when you're not speaking. Everyone, please mute your microphones. There should be a mute button that you can use. If not, I'm going to start manually muting people, but hopefully I shouldn't have to do that. Okay, yeah, Nonosa, can you hear me? Okay, yeah, so Nonosa is muted now. That's easier. Hi, Rula?
I am here.
Okay, good. That's better. There was some background noise, but I think it's better now. So everyone, please make sure to mute your microphones when you're not speaking. So hi Rula, when you're not speaking, when you're breathing, it makes a lot of sound. There should be a button where you can mute yourself, so you can silence yourself. If you could press that button when you're not speaking, that would be great because we need it quiet for everyone else.
I see.
So if you could mute it when you're not speaking, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Okay. Same goes for everyone else. Please silence yourself when you're not speaking, and otherwise I will mute you manually. So, okay. I think that's good. I think we have a full class. So we are going to start. Hi, my name is Libby. I'm your teacher today. And today we are going to be talking about how to book a vacation in English. So we're going to talk about how to book a flight, so how to reserve a flight, and how to reserve a hotel. And then if we get time, we're going to talk about some vocabulary for once you're at the airport and once you're at the hotel. So we're going to sort of go on a little pretend vacation together today. So yes, my name is Libby. I'm a teacher here with Verbling. I teach, in my real life, I teach English in France right now. So I'm American, but I live in France. And I would love to hear from you if you could introduce yourselves and tell me your name, where you are, and why you are learning English. So is it Sofico or Sofico? Is that how I pronounce it? Oh, I can't hear you. Can you maybe? I think you might still be muted.
I forget.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's good.
You can call me Sophia because it's
Sophia. Okay, that's what I thought. Sophia.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So I am from Georgia. and I'm learning English just for communicate with the people around the world.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, Tolga,
Yes,
are you here?
yes, I'm Tolga. I'm from Turkey. I want to learn English to communicate other people.
Great, thank you. Okay, Taken? Is it Taken?
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Um, this is my first experience in work in your learning environment. Thank you very much for your all contribution. I want to learn English because of my vocation and communicate with other people all around the world.
Okay, well, thank you very much and welcome. Welcome to Verbaling. Okay, Rabi, are you here? Is Rabi here? Okay, I think we'll go to the next person. Nonosa, are you here? Is Nonosa here? Okay. Huynh, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Um,
Hello, everyone. My name is Huyền, and I'm from Vietnam. And this is the second time I joined Libby's class, I guess. And I want to learn English because I want to communicate with people.
okay, great. Thank you and welcome back.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Hi, Rula. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Hayrullah. I am 38 years old. I am a farmer. I am from Turkey in Antalya. I want to improve my English to connect other countries' citizens.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. Ines or Enes? Ines? Oh, okay. So you don't have a microphone? Okay. There's still someone with background noise, and I'm trying to figure out who it is because I need to mute. I need to mute you. So I'm not sure, but okay. Okay, Alan.
Hi, my name is Alan and I'm from Mexico. And this is my first experience with you guys. And I want to learn English because I want to communicate with other people.
Okay, great. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so I think our class is full for the day. For those of you who cannot make it into the class right now, make sure to follow along and you can participate in the chat if you would like. And if you don't have, so yeah, Robbie, that's totally fine. If you have a problem with your microphone, you can type your answers into the chat box and you can feel free to participate that way. So welcome everyone and welcome back to my students that I've had before. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, which is booking a trip, booking a vacation. And the first step in booking a vacation is you have to get there, right? So you have to get to where you want to go. What are some forms of transportation that you can use when you go on vacation? What are
Airplane.
some forms? Yeah, good. Okay, you can take an airplane. What else?
Train, car. I mean, the bus.
Train, car, bus. Okay, good. So you
Ship.
Good, you can take a ship. Has anyone ever taken a ship on vacation before? A cruise or a ferry? No one? I took a ferry one time. It's a boat that goes from one place to another. So I took a ferry boat from Croatia to Italy one time. Okay, good. So Sorry, Sinan, I can't really hear you. Okay. So I'm going to give you a lot of resources during this class. Oh, can someone turn down their volume? I think it's echoing. Okay, everyone remember to please keep your microphones muted when you're not speaking so that there's a quiet environment for everyone else. Okay, wonderful. So I am going to share a resource with you right now on the screen. Let me just pull it up here. So this is a website that I really love, and it's the BBC website. I'm posting the link to the website in the chat. So please pull up this website on your browser. So if you see that link, please open that link and get on this website. Okay, can everyone see the link okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk about this website, which involves booking a flight over the telephone. So obviously most of us book flights online nowadays. We use the internet to book our flights. Mm-hmm. But this conversation is really helpful for understanding the vocabulary for when you would like to reserve a flight. So these are some questions. At the top of the page are some questions that you would ask if you would like to book a flight. So the first question is, or the first vocabulary statement is, I'd like to inquire about flights. That means I'd like to ask about flights. I'm wondering which flights are available. So when you say, could you tell me about flight availability, that means which flights have open spaces? Which flights can I take that have open seats? So which flights are available? Could you tell me about flight availability? The next one is important. Do you want to go economy, business, or first class? So economy class is the basic one. So most of us fly economy class. I know I'm a student. I have no money, so I always fly economy class. But maybe if you're flying for work, maybe you would like to fly business class, which is one step better than economy class. Or maybe you would like to fly first class. So that's the one in the front of the airplane with the fancy leather seats and the free food and drinks. So that's first class. And then they might ask you, how many of you will be traveling? So maybe it's just one, maybe it's just you, or maybe it's you and your family. So maybe there's 4 of you, maybe there's you and your husband or your wife, so 2 of you. Does that include airport tax? So sometimes companies will add on extra fees, extra money. So whenever they charge you extra money, that's tax. And so there might be tax on top of what you purchase. And then if you would like the flight, you can say, can I book that then? I would like to reserve it. Can I book that? So these are some expressions that you might use when you are booking a flight. And there's a scenario on this page. It's a conversation between 2 people, and one of the people would like to book a flight. So I was wondering if 2 of you could read this conversation. One of you can be Dolores, and one of you can be Tim, and you can read this conversation out loud for the class. Who would like to read this conversation?
Me.
Okay, great. Sophia, you can be Dolores.
Yeah.
Mary.
And who would like to be Tim? Who would like to be Tim?
I want to be Tim.
Okay, is that you, Huyen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Huyen, you can be Tim. So yeah, if you could read this dialogue, that would be great. And go ahead whenever you would like.
Okay. Hello, Dolores speaking.
Ah, yes, hello. I'd like to inquire about flights to Hong Kong from Kennedy Airport in New York, please. I'm off to a conference at the end of the month, Thursday 22nd until Tuesday 27th. Could you tell me about the flight availability and prices?
Certainly. Do you want to go economy, business, or first class?
Well, I'd like to go first class, but unfortunately, I'll have to go economy, company rules, you see.
Yeah, sure. I understand. How many of you will be traveling?
Ah, it's just me.
Okay, so that's one seat. Economy, New York, Kennedy to Hong Kong Airport.
And how much would that be?
Let me see. To qualify for the discount rate, you need to stay over Saturday, which you are doing. Yes, that will be 830.
Right. And does that include airport tax?
No, taxes are another 70 on top of that.
Okay, can I book that then?
Certainly. Can I help you with anything else?
Yes, I'd like to book a hotel room too for the 4 or 5 nights. Could you check if the Regency Hotel has any rooms free?
Yes, they do.
And is there a discount rate for conference delegates?
Yes, there is. I think it's 10%, but I can check that for you.
Okay, do you mind if I book it provisionally for now and I call you back later to confirm? I just need to check 1 or 2 details.
It's fine, sir. Can I help you with anything else?
No, that's all for now. As I said, I'll call you back.
Okay, great. Thank you, guys. So this conversation was someone calling to book a flight, and then they booked a hotel room. Does anyone have any questions about vocabulary in this conversation? Does anyone want
I
clarification?
have one question, Libby.
Yeah, sure.
I could not understand. Do you mind if I book it provisionally? What that means provisionally?
Yes, good question. Great question. Provisionally here means it means can I book it? Sort of like can I book it, but not really for sure. So can I book it, but I'm uncertain if I want it.
Okay.
So can I book it sort of temporarily? So it's almost like could you hold on to it for me?
Okay.
And I'm going to check whether I want it.
Okay, I guess that the meaning of this word, but it's normal to use it in real conversation when you are booking.
No, it's not as common to use it. So it's yeah, it's kind of an academic word, I guess.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
Yeah. Does anyone else have questions about words in this conversation? Does anyone else have questions? No? Everyone understands? Okay. Another reminder to please mute your microphones. I'm having a lot of problems with background noise, and I'm muting people, but you need to remember to mute yourselves because... So, Amir, can you please turn off your microphone when you're not participating? So please silence your microphone.
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, cool. So that's a typical conversation you would use if you're booking a flight. Now we're going to do a little quiz to check our knowledge on this vocabulary. So this is the quiz. And so the quiz is displayed on the screen. And if you'd like, you can type what you think the answers are into the chat box. So for number 1, you say, I'd like to blank about flights. Is it A, find, B, inquire, C, question you, or D, tell me? Which one do you think it is? Okay. Yes, good. It's B. Is it Amir? Make sure to mute your microphone when you're not participating. Okay, yes, it's B, inquire. Okay, good. So number two, tax is $50 on blank of that. Is it A, plus, B, end, C, bottom, or D, top? Amir, please mute your microphone because you have a lot of background noise.
The second one is plus, I think. A?
So it's tax is $50 on top of that. D is the correct answer.
D.
Yes, D is the correct answer.
Okay.
Okay, so good. So number three is the one that Sophia asked about. I'd like to book a hotel room blank. A, proficiently, B, provisionally, C, professionally, or D, prescriptively. Yes, it's B. B is correct. B, provisionally.
Related to confirm.
Number four is I'll call you back later to A, speak, B, assure, C, confirm, or D, certify. C. I'll call you back later to, good, it's, yeah, C is correct. I'll call you back later to confirm. That's a very useful phrase for the telephone. So I'll call you back later to confirm. Okay, wonderful. Good job on those. So now we're going to move on to booking a hotel room. So we did a little bit with this before, but let me pull up the page. So this, I'm putting the link in the chat now. This is another really useful website. It's called EnglishClub.com. I love this website. I think it's really good, and it's a really good resource for English learners. So if if you're not on Verbling, you should be on EnglishClub.com because I really, really like it. So this website gives some vocabulary for making a hotel reservation. It's some really good vocabulary, and then afterwards there's a sample conversation. So go ahead and open that link on your computer. And then we're going to talk about the sample conversation. So go ahead and open that link, and then we will read through this.
In Marine speaking.
Okay, so who would like to read this sample conversation for booking a hotel?
Me.
Okay. Is that you, Hyrula?
I do. I do.
Okay, Hyrula, and then sorry, who was the second person?
Me. Alan.
JC. JC. Okay. Okay, go ahead and let's see. Hyrula, you can be the receptionist, and JC, you can be the caller.
Thanks for calling. Quality in. Marina speaking.
Hello, I'm interested in booking a room for the September long weekend.
I am afraid we are totally booked for that weekend. There is a convention in town, and we are the closest hotel to convention center.
Oh, I didn't realize. Well, what about the weekend after that?
So Friday the 17th.
Yes, Friday and Saturday.
It looks like we have a few vacancies left. We recommend that you make a reservation, though it's still considered peak season then.
Okay. Do you have any rooms with 2 double beds? We're a family of 4.
Yes, all of our rooms have 2 double beds. The rate for that weekend is $229 a night.
That's reasonable. And do you have cots? One of my daughters might be bringing a friend.
We do, but we also charge an extra $10 per person for any family with over 4 people. The code is free.
Okay, but I'm not positive if she is coming. Can we pay when we arrive?
Yes, but we do require a $50 credit card deposit to hold the room. You can cancel up to 5 days in advance and we will refund your deposit.
Great. I'll call you right back. I have to find my husband's credit card.
Okay, and just to let you know, our outdoors door pool will be closed, but our indoor pool is open.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Yasin asked a question in the chat. Is the word is missing before the word speaking? So in the first line of this conversation, it says, thanks for calling Quality Inn. Maureen speaking. That's actually how you answer the phone. So no, the word is not missing. It is not supposed to be there because a lot of times if you work in a business in an English-speaking place, when you answer the phone, you say, "Hello, McDonald's, Libby speaking." So that's just a way that we answer the phone. So that's a normal way to answer the phone. Okay, any other questions about this conversation? Any words you don't understand or concepts you want to talk about?
Cot, maybe.
Great question, Huynh. So cot, a cot is just a small bed. It's just a small bed that goes on the floor. So it's sort of it's like a children's bed or a small bed that it's portable, so you can move it. It's a bed that you can move.
So when you don't use it, you can like
store it. Yeah, when you don't use it, you can keep it in the closet or in the garage or whatever. Yeah.
So do the hotels usually have that?
Yes, especially in the United States. Most hotels offer cots. Yeah. Sometimes you have to pay extra, but they almost always, you can ask, do you have a cot?
All right.
Yeah. Any other questions about the conversation? Any other questions at all? So this person tried to book a room. The weekend was full, and so there were no rooms available. But then they booked a room for their family of 4 for the next weekend. So, and then this is very common that there's a deposit. Do you guys understand the word deposit?
Yeah.
Yes.
So can someone explain what it means to put down a deposit? Where a deposit is here.
It means to put money in the bank, right?
Yeah. So good. Is it do you go by JC or Carlo?
Carlo or JC, either way.
Okay. So JC, it does mean to put money in the bank. It also means to put money in order to reserve something. So if I would like to reserve a hotel room, if I want them to keep that room open for me, I can give them a deposit. So I can give them $50, and then they will hold the room for me. So a deposit can be when you put your money into your bank account, or it can be when you give someone money in order to reserve something. So in this conversation, the deposit is being used to reserve a hotel room. Yeah. I have a question in the chat. What does convention mean? A convention is a type of event. It's kind of like a meeting. It's a meeting of a lot of people. So, for instance, I was in Italy last month. They had the comic book convention. So everyone who loved cartoons and comics all came to the same place, and they had a big meeting and a big party. So there were a lot of very strange people at this comic book convention. But so a convention is like a big meeting of people who share the same interest. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we're going to move on to the next thing. So we've booked our flight, we've booked our hotel. Now we need to go catch our flight. So we're going to go to the airport and check in for our flight. The website for this resource is now in the chat box. Again, it's a really good resource because it has a bunch of vocabulary, which you should look at later. That's really helpful for being at the airport. And then it also has another sample conversation. So go ahead and pull up that link on your screen. Click on that link. And we're going to talk about some stuff at the airport. So, so please look at the vocabulary at the top, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so when you go to the airport, what do you need to bring with you? What do you need to bring?
Passport.
Passport. Good.
Money.
Money. Okay, lots of money. Luggage. Good. What else? Your ticket. Yes, and your ticket. Good.
Visa. Maybe.
Online booking.
Good. Visa, online booking. So maybe you have an e-ticket, so you bring all of those materials with you. Okay, good. I like to bring my iPod so I can listen to music if my flight gets delayed. Okay, good. So then when you go to the check-in desk at the airport, they usually ask you, can I see your ticket, please? Or do you have your passport with you? And then what about your bags? Let's say you have two bags, and one's a really big bag, and one is a small bag. So one of them you want to put underneath the airplane, and then one of them you want to carry with you. What do you call the bags that you put underneath the airplane?
Luggage.
Carry-on luggage.
So the luggage that you carry with you in your hand is called carry-on luggage. So carry-on luggage is the same thing as hand luggage. And then the other kind of luggage, the big luggage, what is that called?
Checked in.
Good, yeah. So that's checked-in luggage or checked luggage. So when you get to the counter, they will probably ask you how many bags you would like to check And if you have one big bag, you say, I'd like to check one bag, please. And then your small bags you can carry on. You can carry on with you. So you have checked baggage and carry-on baggage. Okay, then how about choosing your seat on the plane? They usually ask you, do you prefer a window seat or an aisle seat?
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of seat do you prefer on airplanes? Which kind of
I
seat
prefer
do you prefer?
window seat.
Window seat.
Okay, cool.
Window seat.
Yeah, because why do you prefer a window seat?
To see other places.
I can see outside. I can see.
Yeah, you can see the view. You can see outside. Good, Alan. Nice. So I like to have an aisle seat because I like to be able to leave for the bathroom without without running into the people sitting in the other seats. So I like to sit in an aisle seat, but maybe if it's a very scenic flight, like if I'm flying over, the Mediterranean or something, then maybe I would want the window seat. If there's a good view, I would want the window seat. And then, of course, maybe you're out of luck and maybe you have to have a middle seat, and that's never fun. Hopefully you're not stuck between two people who smell bad, because that's, we all remember those flights and they're never fun. So hopefully you get an aisle seat or a window seat. Okay. What are the name of the places where you get on the plane? They have numbers. Maybe they're numbered 1, 2, 3. What are the name of those doors that you leave to go into the plane?
Checkpoint. Security checkpoint.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah. So first you have to go through the security checkpoint, and there they check out all your bags and make sure you don't have any weapons and things like that. Okay, good. I was thinking gate, but you're right. Security checkpoint comes first. When you're at the security checkpoint, what do you need to take out of your bag? What do you need to remove from your bag?
Metals.
The iron thing.
Okay, good. So your laptop, stuff that's metal.
Yes, cell phone maybe.
Yeah, good. Last time I went through security, I accidentally had a bottle of wine in my bag that I forgot about, so they were not very happy with me. I had to give it away to them. Okay, so you need to take out all liquids.
Yeah, liquid.
So yeah, you need to remove liquids, remove your laptop.
Water.
Good. Yeah, good. Yes, and you need to take any locks off of your bag. So if your bag is locked shut, you need to open it. Okay, good. And then let's see what else. In your country, do you have to take off your shoes at the security checkpoint?
Yes, sometimes.
Yes.
Okay.
It brings you down.
Yeah, because in the United States we always have to take off our shoes, but I've found that in Europe it's more recent. So maybe 2 years ago in Europe you didn't have to take off your shoes, but now you have to take off your shoes too. So okay, cool. So let's say, okay, so you get through the security checkpoint and then you go to where your flight leaves from. What's that called? Where you're waiting then?
Gate?
Yeah, that's what I meant. So you go to the gate, and then you're waiting at the gate, and then you find out that there was a problem with the airplane, and your flight's going to leave 2 hours later than you expected. What is that called? Your flight is
Delayed.
Delay.
Good. Your flight is delayed. I hate it when my flights get delayed. Oh, it's such a bummer. I hate it. It sucks when your flight gets delayed. When your flight gets delayed, what do you like to do? What do you do to spend the time?
I like to go to duty-free stores around the airport and just maybe buy something, maybe go to cafe there in airport, or
Yeah,
just
good.
look at the things in the store.
Okay, so yeah, some shopping, good.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you like to do when your flights get delayed? Anyone? Anyone else? What do you like to do when your flights get delayed? Okay, you smoke. Good. Go outside and smoke. Wait. Okay, sit around. Yeah. I like to go to the bar. I like to go to the bar in the airport and just have a beer and maybe read my book. Yeah, stare at the wall. You can stare at the wall.
Listen to music.
Yeah, I love listening to music. Um, oh yeah, okay, Jessica, good point. So sometimes when your flight, there's Jessica made a point in the chat. Sometimes when your flight is delayed, they will give you compensation. So they will give you free meal or a free snack or a voucher for something in the future, a coupon. So sometimes, if you're lucky, you will get a free, cookie out of it. But oh, JC, good question. Bummer means it's a shame. It's unfortunate. When something's unfortunate, we say, "Ah, it's such a bummer." So that's a slang word that I use. Good. Okay. So your flight got delayed. Oh yeah, I love it too. Okay, so your flight got delayed, and you sat around, and you went shopping, and you smoked a cigarette, and now you're ready to get on the plane. So when there are people getting on the plane, what is that called? It begins with a B.
On board.
Yeah, boarding. Okay, so the
Boarding.
plane is boarding. And usually the boarding happens 30 minutes before the plane leaves. So good. So you board the plane, and you get hopefully in your aisle seat or your window seat, and you get on the plane.
Mhm.
And when you get on the plane, you put your bag in the overhead compartment, and you sit down. Maybe you have your iPod or your magazine, and then you fasten this thing. What's this called?
Belt? What is that?
Yeah.
Seatbelt.
You fasten your seatbelt. Okay, good. You make sure to fasten your seatbelt.
Sit down. Seatbelt.
Good. Okay. So you fasten your seatbelt,
Yes.
and then once you're sitting there with your seatbelt fastened, what do the flight attendants do? What do they do once you're all on the plane?
They construct you how to conduct yourself in airplane.
Perfect. Good. Okay. So the flight attendants, they give security announcements and safety announcements. They instruct you. Good. They instruct you how to conduct yourself while you're on the airplane. Good, Jessica. It's briefing about emergency situations. So if an emergency happens, they tell you what you should do about it. Okay, good. So then you taxi. So you go on the ground, and then you get off the ground. What's that called?
To take off.
Good. Take off. Okay, and you're in the air. Take off. Also, yes, good point, Jessica. If you sit at an emergency exit row, you need extra instructions, extra briefing before takeoff for safety, so you can help everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're in the air. What are some cool things that you might get on the plane? Like maybe you're taking a transatlantic flight. Maybe you get something to eat. Maybe you get to watch something. What are some perks or some cool things that you might get on the flight? Or maybe you're flying first class and you get free. What do you get?
Free.
Well, I guess on some planes they're free and on some planes they're not. But what would you eat? What would you eat or drink on the flight? What do you eat and drink on flights? What do they give to you?
Usually they give a sandwich, a snack.
Good, perfect. Yeah, good, Alan. So usually they give you a sandwich or a little snack, or you get a meal if you have a long flight. Yeah, maybe coffee. Maybe you want to buy some champagne. So you have, it's called in-flight service, in-flight meal service, in-flight beverage service. That's all the food that you get. And sometimes you might have an in-flight movie. I love in-flight movies, or maybe you have in-flight TV sometimes.
Yeah.
So I really like watching movies on airplanes.
Or music. They are turning on music channels sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. They have some really cool music on. I flew Iceland Air a couple months ago, and they have Icelandic music. They have this like flute, Icelandic music. So they have all kinds of music on planes. Another great point, Jessica, if you're flying with low-cost companies, you get nothing without paying. So if you're flying with EasyJet, if you're flying with Ryanair, you pay for everything. You pay for everything. So you get nothing for free if you fly those airlines. How about you guys? Do you choose to fly cheap airlines? Do you fly EasyJet and Ryanair, or do you choose to pay more to have a better flying experience? What do you think?
In my country, it's not available so cheap air companies, so we are forced to use the usual ones, which is not cheap. It's quite expensive.
Yeah, okay. So sometimes there are not discount ones available. How about the rest of you guys? Do you choose to pay less, or do you pay more for comfort?
In my country, it's a luxury to even fly a plane.
And where are you from?
I'm from the Philippines.
Okay. Yeah, so that's true. So even flying a plane is a big deal, definitely. How about anyone else? Do you fly discount airlines or normal airlines, or do you not fly at all?
In Georgia, there is the British Airways, which is very expensive, but there is Turkish Airlines, which is more cheaper. And of course, you are choosing the cheapest one because British Airlines, it's very expensive. It's luxury, something very expensive for average Georgian.
Yes, that's true. Flights are extremely expensive. Here in Europe, where I live in France, you can find some flights that are very cheap, but sometimes they're at strange times of day, or the timing of the flights is bad, so sometimes it's not worth it to fly at all because the flights are very inconvenient. So.
Okay, and how it feels? Is there the maybe they have bad quality of pilots, or there is no difference?
That's a good question. So I think the quality of the flight is the same. So the pilots are still good and the planes are still good. So it's just the quality. It's just the quality of the in-flight service that's different. So the drinks and also you have to pay for luggage, and they try to trick you into paying more money, I think is the biggest difference.
Okay.
They always try to take your money. So I prefer to take trains. I like trains a lot. I think trains are easier.
Yes, if they are available, but in my country it's not available to other countries. So we can move by train only inside of Georgia.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Also in the United States, the train is not, we have trains, but they're not very common and they're not very convenient. How about everyone else? What method of transportation do you prefer? When you go on vacation, do you take a bus? Do you take a car? Do you take trains? How do you go places?
I always take trains
Okay,
because
good.
I never go abroad except Hong Kong because I'm very near to Hong Kong, so I just take the trains to Hong Kong. And
Okay,
other places I've ever go is in China, so I take trains.
good, good. Thank you, Lexa.
Yeah.
Anyone else? How do you prefer to, or how do you travel? How do you travel?
Yeah, that
Okay,
depends on the distance. You know, you have to go like from continent to continent. You would probably take a flight. But if it's just a domestic travel, you could take a train or a car.
yeah, good point. So it depends on the distance. If you're going a long way, you kind of have to take a airplane. Maybe if you're going a shorter distance, you can use the bus or use your car. I'm getting a lot of good answers in the chat. People are saying bus, car, plane. Ola says in Egypt, the train is your way to death, so you don't want to take a train in Egypt. You can walk. Yeah, you can walk. Some people walk for a long time. Some people go on hiking trips where the way you
Some people
travel is
use
by walking.
bicycles.
Yes, that's true. You can go a very long way on your bicycle. And I have some American friends who have cycled around Europe, so they, instead of paying for trains, they use their bicycle to get around the continent. So that works too. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else want to talk about how you prefer to travel?
By train.
Is that you, Elias, or is it Hyrule?
I prefer by car.
Okay,
I
cool.
prefer
Yeah.
by train
Okay. Great. Thank you.
and by bus.
Awesome. Bus, boat, foot. Okay, we have a big variety of how people travel. Okay. Let me see. We're going to do one more thing today. I'm going to give you one more vocabulary page. It's here. I just put the link in the chat box for you. It has a lot of really helpful vocabulary for airplanes. So again, please look at this later. It's a ton of really good vocabulary words for you to learn. And at the end, let's see, there's a quiz. And so the last thing we're going to do is take this quiz together. And let me just open it. So this says, yeah, this is the airline vocabulary quiz. And again, please feel free to say your answer verbally or answer in the chat. But it's fill in the blanks. So number 1 says, I'll assign you, oh, does it only show answer A for you guys?
No,
Can you see all the
can
answers?
see.
No,
I can see
you
all the
cannot.
answers.
Okay, yeah, so I can't get it to show all the answers on the screen, but you can look at the answers yourselves. So I'll assign you blank seat to give you more room to stretch your legs out. So is it cabin, baggage, cockpit, or an aisle seat?
Aisle seats.
Aisle seat.
Good. Okay, so I'll assign you an aisle seat to give you more room to stretch your legs out. Perfect, because the aisle seats have space to stretch your legs. Okay.
More room to stretch your legs out.
Okay, number 2, the captain and his co-pilot sit in the
Cockpit.
Yeah, good. So A, emergency exit, B, cockpit, C, overhead compartment, or D, wheelchair. So yes, the answer is B, cockpit. So number 2, the answer is B. The captain and his co-pilot sit in the cockpit. Okay, awesome. Number 3 says passengers must stay seated on the plane during the 1 hour stopover, baggage claim, gates, or runway.
Runway?
No, it's not runway. The second one, I think.
Passengers must stay seated on the plane during the 1 hour.
This is hard.
Stopover.
No, it's not.
So the correct answer is A, stopover. So number 3, the correct answer is A.
What's happening? I can't hear anything.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she got disconnected.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think somebody muted you.
Sorry, yeah, I think someone muted me by accident. So sometimes a plane stops in between legs of a journey. So if it flies from New York to Miami and then Miami to Los Angeles, it might have a 1 hour stopover in Miami.
Libby, but there is say that passengers must stay seated on the plane. It's just confusing.
I agree. This is unusual and this is less common nowadays, but it used to be that planes would sometimes stop and some people could get off, but some people would stay on and continue on the next flight. So it's kind of it's a more obscure word. It's not as common.
Okay.
Okay, so number 4, let me put on the quiz again. When you pay for your airfare online, you should have printed your
e-ticket.
A, excess baggage, B, passport, C, e-ticket, or D, refreshments. So go ahead and put your answers into the chat, whatever you think.
E-ticket.
Number 4.
I think.
Okay. Good. Getting some answers. You should have printed your... Okay, great. So yes, the answer to number 4 is C, e-ticket.
Yeah.
And then we'll do one more question for today, and then you guys can finish this on your own. Number 5 says, you are seated in blank, 30, seat B. Is it A, aisle, B, compartment, C, row, or D, counter?
It's row. C.
Row.
Row.
Good. Okay, good. Yes, the correct answer is C, row. You are seated in row 30, seat B. Okay, great. So we don't have time to finish that, but hopefully you can finish it on your own. I'm actually teaching another class in 1 minute about American holiday traditions. So if you would like to join that class, feel free. Otherwise, that's all the time we have talking about flights and booking a vacation for today. Hopefully, we will have another class later about more about hotels. So thank you, and go ahead and definitely use these resources on your own. They're really helpful online resources. And I will see you guys next time.
See you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, Libby.
Bye.
Gracias.
Bye.
Thank you. See ya.
Thanks a lot.
I miss you.
Bye.